Hi guys, Dave here. I'm out in State Game Lands 110, one of the Pennsylvania State Game Lands. This one's in Berks County. So I'm just doing a day hike today, planning to hike a bit on, I think it's called Sand Spring Trail, and then we're going to probably have some lunch out there. And depending upon how I'm feeling, may smoke a bowl in my pipe. So come with me if you're interested, and let's check out some of Pennsylvania's woods. This is the entrance to the Sand Spring Trail. A lot of this hillside is covered with ferns. This is the way that I came from. Still going in. So I took a quick off-trail break here so I could hydrate a bit. Still haven't gotten back to a place where the trail is paralleling the river or creek very closely. Not that I can easily get to it. So I'm going to continue on for a while longer, and then if it doesn't come back and intersect with the creek again, I figure I'll probably just go back the same way I came until I get to one of the closer spots. One of the reasons I wanted to keep going today, aside from just experiencing nature and everything, is there was a family that was behind me on the trail, and I mean, it's great for them to get out and get their kids out, but it's not real good for when you're trying to make videos, especially when you got a toddler rolling around. So I'm hoping they turn back, because some sections of this trail were pretty steep and rough. Not somewhere I really want to take a toddler, but so we'll see. I'm going to keep on going and see where we end up. So I'll be back. This is a little section of trail I just came down. Extremely rocky. If you ever do this trail, highly recommend at least one walking stick, if not 2 trekking poles. But good thing is, I am practically right next to the creek. So I'm going to find a good spot and chill out for a while. So, since this bag is stiff enough that it doesn't want to just fill, what I'm going to do is fill it up with a cup. So this seems to be working. Not as convenient. But I do now have a full 64-ounce water bag here that I'm going to run through the filter and into my canteen, and that'll actually give me extra, because the canteen I've got today is a Keith titanium canteen. It's about 1.1 liters, and that bag holds almost twice that. So what I've got for lunch today, late lunch, in my pack here, is a freeze-dried meal that I got from Berks in the same order that I got this hat. In case you were wondering about the camo pattern, it's the Finnish Defense Force summer weight boonie. So the lunch I've got here is the Blah Band pasta with beef, tomato, and garlic. So, sounded tasty. I also got another package of it, pasta carbonara. I didn't bring that one today. I'll try that at a different time. So the instructions for this are similar to the Mountain House type stuff. My water bag fell over. Basically, you boil water, dump it in the pouch, mix it up a bit, let it sit for 10 minutes as it rehydrates, and then you eat it. It's interesting, compared to the Mountain House, the format of the bag is a bit different. You know, the Mountain House stuff that I've seen before is always it's like vertically oriented, so that's one reason why I always like carrying a long spoon. But this is horizontal landscape format, and so the instructions for this are to add 400 deciliters of hot water. If you only have cold water, you can use that too, but it'll take about 30 minutes to rehydrate. If you use hot water, it should only take about 10. So today, the other new piece of gear that I'm trying out is one of these little Swiss emergency stoves. And I picked this up fairly recently. Always thought they were kind of neat. It's a little bit like a sterno thing, is that it's a gelled alcohol fuel inside of it. Even comes with matches on it, all sealed in plastic. And I've noticed one of the YouTubers that I watch, Helsinki Pop, uses one of these quite frequently to boil water for his morning coffee. And so I've been wanting to try one, so I got it. The other thing that's pretty cool about them is you can, after you use up all the fuel, is you can get jellied alcohol fuel and refill them. So that's, you know, pretty cool. I just cut off the plastic. I do have a garbage bag. Everything will be packed out. So your pot stand is feels like aluminum. Before I cut myself. There we go. And then when you open it up, it's got aluminum seal, and from what I understand, it's best to actually like cut an X and then peel it back. So that's what I'm going to do. And then after you're done heating your water or whatever, you see it goes on like that. So after you're done, just use a stick or something, knock off the pot stand, and then you can put the lid back on to snuff it out. And then after it cools down, you pack it up and you go. So just got to find a flat rock, set this on. I think there's one over there, or over there. Do it over there. So. Pretty cool thing about these matches, this book of matches, they're actually made out of wood. Going. It's alcohol, so it's hard to see. So, cup that I'm using is an Camp Space Saver cup made out of hard anodized aluminum. And then the lid is a titanium lid with a little wooden knob on it from I think it's Four Dog Stoves. And you can get it from them, as I said. I'll post a link down in the description. But it's a cheaper alternative to some of the old titanium setups. Well guys, moment of truth. It's been a bit more than 10 minutes. So this should be rehydrated. And it appears to be. It's a little hot on the bottom, so I'm going to put a glove on. Smells very good. This looks like a pretty decent sized portion too. Hopefully I can eat this without dribbling all over my kit bag. So this is what it looks like. That's good. That is very tasty. The noodles appear to be fully cooked, and the little tomato bits are fully rehydrated. One of the things that a lot of people don't like about the freeze-dried meals, or dehydrated, however this was prepared, I don't know, is that they tend to be very salty. This one doesn't seem to be too salty to me, but your mileage may vary, because for me, salt is one of the 4 major food groups. So, yeah, this is good. So I'm gonna finish this up and not make you guys watch me eat. I'll be back after I'm done. Well, I managed to screw up my last video segment. Finished that meal. It was quite good. As with most of these freeze-dried meals where they say they've got some kind of meat in them, there's not very much. I think there were a few particles of beef in this thing, but there was plenty of pasta. I'm very full now. And there were a few things that didn't quite rehydrate all the way, so I just added them to the organic material out here. So the other thing was, after I finished that, I finished up my canteen so that I would stay hydrated. I have experienced heat stroke personally. It really, really sucks. So make sure you're drinking lots of water. So the way this thing works, which I tried to show you, but the camera wasn't running, is, so you see this, you got the bag that I filled earlier, and then the filter unit actually just screws right onto the bag. The filter threads on it will actually work with a lot of water bottles like Smart Water. A lot of people like those because they're light and they're strong and they're still pretty flexible. So I might experiment with that. But the flow rate when I filled the canteen all the way up, and it's about 1.1 liters, was quite fast. It only took me like a minute or two, so that was nice, and there was no pumping involved. So I like it, and these things have a good reputation for filtering out nasties from water so that you don't get sick. I don't think it does chemical filtration, so if you've got a water that's contaminated with industrial waste, I don't think this is going to help you. You might need something more along the lines of activated charcoal for that, or better yet, go somewhere else. But of course the proof is in the pudding, so we should taste it. tastes good. There's no funkiness to it. Since it came out of the stream is pretty cold. It's still nice and cold, which is awesome. So I like it. It's a really good, simple and inexpensive setup. So that's pretty cool. I think it's time for me to bust out my pipe though before I head on back. It's probably around 3 o'clock right now. Got approximately a mile to go back to where I parked, but you know, it's August, so I got plenty of daylight. Certainly wouldn't want to try to navigate this trail in the dark though. I can't imagine being able to do that without breaking an ankle. So anyway, like I said, time to bust out the pipe. So yes, this is not healthy, but do it every once in a while, it ain't gonna kill you. So the bag is one I made out of a US Mint quarter bag. I just added a drawstring and shot cord out of paracord. Pipe is this one. It's Briar. There's no maker on it. I didn't spend a lot of money on it, but generally smokes pretty nicely. It wasn't too expensive. And the tobacco I will be smoking today is Ashton Guilty Pleasure, which I got turned on to by a friend. Ironically, he didn't like it, but I do. So that's all that matters. So it's a mixture of Cavendish, Virginia, and Carolina burley. It carries an irresistible aroma of vanilla, mango, and exotic citrus. I don't know that I can taste all that, but it tastes pretty good. So if you're old enough, you can make a joke about, do you have Prince Albert in the can? I've got Ashton Guilty Pleasure in the can. Actually, I had to repack this a little bit because it got clogged. So, still, pretty good way to spend a Saturday afternoon. Well guys, I think that's about it for today. I got most of my stuff packed up. Just got to get the tripod and my sitting pad back on the pack. I've already drank some more water, filled up my canteen with more water from the bag of the dirty water, and dumped the rest of that because I don't think I'm going to need any more than that to get back to my truck. It's only about a mile. And that's pretty much it for today. I hope you enjoyed coming along with me on this, and if you like it, please hit the like button, please hit subscribe, and the little notification bell. And I'll put some links to some of the gear that I was using today down in the description box below the video.